Thanks everyone, welcome back to our 10-part series. My name is Sаты io. I'm from Rotuma, and today we're here with Sаты.
Not yet Māori or twice Sаты. Hi everyone, my name is Sаты. My mum is from the village of Itamuta in Rotuma, and my father is from Sată in Fiji and is also part Chinese. Thank you so much for having me on your show.
Can you tell us a little more about what you do for a living?
So I'm a partner at Deloitte, and Deloitte is one of the big 4 accounting firms, and it's global, so we are in more countries around the world than McDonald's. And my new role is I'm a partner at Deloitte. Really my job is to lead our Pacific Services Group, PASPL. My background is in risk advisory, so doing lots of things to help people and companies and organisations protect themselves from things that could go wrong.
What does your role entail?
So risk advisory is a really broad area. And so we have 3 different areas. So one is what we call forensic work, and so it's doing things like fraud investigations and corruption investigations. So that's where I started my career. And then we also have a part that's called cyber. So they do cyber security stuff. If you think about hackers, our team's job is to basically stop that from happening, or when something does go wrong, it's to support organisations through incidents, cyber security incidents. The last area where I'm currently at, technology and operational risk. Basically we go into organisations and work out what are the things that could stop them from achieving objectives and strategy, and our job is to make sure that they have lots of safeguards or safety nets in place to make sure that their people, their brand, their money kept safe, and to make sure that they can achieve what they are really keen to set out to. So that's the risk advisory side. What I'm most passionate about is our Pacific Services Group, PASPL. So really my job there is to go, we have all of these cool things that a big 4 global firm can have. So we have lots of smart people, lots of experts, lots of technology. How do we connect that to Pacific communities and projects for Pacific? You know, I'm part of the risk advisory team, but working with Pacific is what I really enjoy.
So do you have any tips for anyone wanting to go into your field?
I would say it doesn't really matter what you study. So essentially, don't worry about your studies so much in terms of the topic. I would say study something that you're really passionate about. And essentially, if you like what you're studying, chances are that you'll do really well at it. And then big 4 firms like Deloitte and all the other ones really are just looking for people that are keen to learn. Don't stress too much about your grades, but I think as long as you can explain your journey at university, that's okay. We don't need to be an A+ student to come and work at Deloitte at all. I would say make sure that you've got lots of other things on your CV around what you're interested in. If you play sport, if you help your community, if you're involved in church, all of those things, these days especially, are really looked positively on when you're applying. And I would make sure I'd highlight that in your CV and when you put in your application. It sounds, really intimidating. Everyone thinks big 4 and global firm, and it seems really scary, but honestly, it's totally not. And Deloitte and all the other companies need more brown people like us.
Are there any challenges regarding your role?
I think for me, being a mum with young kids, it is a bit of a juggle. Got lots of commitments between work life, home life and family life. I think the biggest challenge is making sure that you are, still looking after your family, still spending quality time at home, being able to attend all the kids' sports games, being able to pick them up at school. Like, it is a real juggle. Not being able to do everything 100% all the time. As I've gotten older, you sort of learn to be a little bit more kind to yourself. Some days I'm a really good mum and maybe not that good at work, and other days I'm really good at work and perhaps, haven't done all the things at home.
So what would you say is the most rewarding part of your work?
Getting to meet so many young people in terms of their career and their future pathways, in terms of a role at Deloitte, and then once they're in, making sure that they feel support. Like, working with young people is literally the best part of my job, and it's been cool to see so many young Pacific come through Deloitte over the years.
Have you had any opportunities to teach your colleagues about Rotuma?
So we're really lucky that the name of our Pacific Services Group is PASPL, which is Rotuman for to break through waves. And so, every time someone sees the name of our group, PASPL, it gives us an opportunity to explain, hey, actually it's a Rotuman word. I guess it starts a conversation and lets us educate, more non-Pacific and more non-Rotumans about what Rotuma is, and and all the amazing things that Rotuma is about, which is now seen across Deloitte and across Deloitte globally.
Do you have any general advice for the youth who are watching that may be unsure what to do in the future?
I think the main part for me would be, you don't necessarily need to know what you're going to be, what you want to do forever. Like, actually you've just got to start somewhere. Your career can take lots of different turns, but actually just starting, keeping busy, finding something that you're passionate about and committing to it, I think is really important. Secondly, especially for Pacific and Rotuma youth, sometimes it is really scary to work in spaces where there aren't that many brown faces and there aren't that many Pacific, and it can be incredibly intimidating. But I think, just knowing that actually there's a whole community of people that are really keen to support you.
Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you learned something from this episode, and tune in next time.